The more you look at the situation, the more you realize what it is. It's a grift. Ringo TV reactions. The grift masters. Was the Corey Holcomb Anton Daniels beef staged? It's one big grift. The more I look into this situation, the more I put the pieces together, nothing is making sense. I put out some of the best commentary in regards to the situation, and I noticed something about it. People aren't listening to the voice of reason. In other words, how can I explain this? The viewers are getting played. This is a grift to keep the attention of the viewers tuned in long enough so all the key players can make money. Because none of it is making sense. And I mean, everybody's in on it. Everybody's in on the grift. I'm the only one out of all these content creators that have been trying to make sense of this whole mess. And it's like I'm invisible. And people are focused on trying to keep this thing going as much as they can. In other words, keep the grift going. Keep the controversy going. Keep edging people on more and more and more, making them want to hear the next sequel, the next episode of the series. And it's like, it's a grift. It's all staged, guys. All of these guys are working together. All of them. Had to come out and just say it straight because, like I said, I don't have no loyalty to none of these content creators. I believe all of them are fake. Like, I'm the type of guy that I call people out by name, right? I call people out by name. And when you call them out by name, it is designed to challenge the narratives. It's designed to challenge what's being shown to the people. And I noticed with these YouTubers that when I call them out, they act like they don't hear me. They act like they don't see. They act like I'm invisible. It's like I could be speaking on the narratives, I could be speaking on the situation, and I don't even hear these content creators like mentioning like, okay, what's Ringo's take on the situation? Or, well, what did Ringo say? Or, hey, let me review this video. Or, hey, man, check out this video from Ringo. I don't see nobody really bringing into consideration the information that I bring. And what I'm learning more and more is because they're all working together. And they all protect one another. Want to do an interview here, the other want to do an interview there, the other one would do one there, and it keeps it going and going and going. It's like a soap opera. It's like a soap, what are some things them women be watching? I don't know what it's called. Like, them shows women used to watch back in the days. Soaps or soap opera. I don't know what the hell it's called. That's that women shit. But it's a grift. Everybody's involved, guys. I'm just gonna pull the curtain to the side. All of these YouTubers are all in it. It's one big grift to deceive the viewer, to keep you choosing sides, and they're all making money. Like, I'm in these YouTube streets and I'm watching what's going on, right? And I'm seeing content creators saying run the numbers up. I'm seeing fake attorneys flip-flopping. 1 minute they're with this side, then they're with that side. hey, this is my attorney's take on the Anton Daniels situation. Then well, did he really say this? Or, well, what if this one sue? It's all bullshit. These people are working together. These people are working together. It's a grift. And I'm not invited to the cookout. I know that already. I can sense that. I'm not invited to the cookout. But it's a grift. They're all working together. All the content creators that are milking this cow, they're all friends. They're all working together. It's a grift to keep it going. Like, let me kind of just cut to the chase on a lot of things that I'm seeing. We starts off with the Corey Holcomb Anton beef, right? Nobody ain't fight, but it set a chain reaction on social media for people to talk about. Why? Because the content creators don't really have anything to talk about. There's nothing really to talk about. A lot of people are not making the money they used to make. A lot of people are not really capitalizing off a popular topic. So what better way to do it than to do it with a comedian? So you have a comedian beefing with a YouTuber. Perfect mixture. A comedian that you really can't take serious. So we have a lot of sketch acting, a lot of grifting going on. It's all staged. It's a fake beef. Right after the drama where Corey Holcomb talked about Anton's daughter, it changed the narrative. It changed the trajectory of the entire beef. So now we're focusing on a man and his daughter now. And being that I'm a father, normally it would get my attention to want to react to that from a father's perspective. And I noticed that when I'm speaking on these issues from a father's perspective, nobody really cares. And I started to look at this for what it is, and I realized I'm a real father with real children. And when I speak on the issues, I'm wondering why people are not gravitating towards a real man speaking from a father's point of view in regards to Anton's situation. You know, Anton never spoke on it. Anton never acknowledged my contributions within this entire fiasco that we have going on. And I'm putting all of this stuff together, and I'm watching how everybody's moving, and I'm realizing it's fake. It's all content. None of it is real, guys. I'm real because I'm a real content creator, and I'm actually a real father, and I speak on real issues. But the more I look at this situation, it's staged. I'm done with this Corey Holcomb, Anton nonsense. This stuff is staged, bro. I'm just calling it what it is because I see it. It's like, what's the end result? What's the end goal? I'm seeing people bouncing around. Interviews, this, that, fake beef. Everybody's acting like they're against everybody's together. It's all staged. There's meetings that are happening behind the scenes where people are talking. Yo, this is going to be our next move. You do this, you do that. That'll have this one talking, that one talking. This is what ruins social media, man. When you have these staged grifting beefs, and it's one thing if we saw like an outcome where we saw something happening real, but this stuff is fake, man. This stuff is really fake. The more I look at it, like they told us that, you know, Anton was with this woman named Mika, right? So she'd been offline for a couple of days. All of a sudden she resurfaced, and she's posting clips of particular YouTubers. And you would think that out of all the YouTubers she would be talking about in regards to the situation, it would be people that actually have something to say, somebody that is looking at the situation for what it is. But they're all working together. They're all working together, guys. All of these content creators are working together. Trust me when I tell you. I'm looking at it for what it is. It's a grift. They're all together. All the key players, they're all working together. It's all staged. They want to keep this thing going as long as possible. The longer it goes, the more cash apps, the more Venmos, the more super chats, the more clicks, the more views, the bigger the YouTube checks. And then when it's all over, they all come together and they laugh and say, wow, these people are stupid. It's a grift. It's a grift, guys. Like I said, you could agree to disagree, whatever the case is. I'm looking at this thing for what it is. I'm a professional at what I do. I speak on things. I share my commentary. And throughout this entire ordeal, I weighed in on it from a logical point of view. And I noticed that nobody have nothing to say in regards to what I'm saying. People are clipping this person, they're clipping that person, they're clipping that person. But the logical things that Ringo TV says, nobody's saying anything. And it's because it don't go inside. It don't coincide with the grift. In order to keep the people viewing, you cannot speak logic. You cannot make sense. It has to be drama filled. It has to be in a way that would keep the viewer stupid and dumbed down to keep them coming back to view the next episode of the new tea that we got. In other words, Anton supposed to be with this Mika chick. She's not online. She wasn't on the podcast. You have some other woman. She's just gossiping all day. That's a part of the grift. And it's like nobody's coming out and really speaking for real. Nobody's coming out saying, okay, this is what's going on. Nobody's direct. It's like it's just keeping you guessing what's going on. People are waiting for Corey Holcomb to come on tonight to continue the grift, to continue the madness. It's all staged, man. It's all staged. I'm done wasting my time speaking logic to a bunch of people that aren't paying attention. It's like the beef is with a comedian, guys. You cannot take a comedian serious. Right after Corey talk about Anton's daughter, TMZ drops, oh, Corey punched a woman in the face. Right on time. Right on time. Right after he did that, TMZ dropped something. They're all in on it. Y'all might think this is a game. This is social media, guys. And I'm telling you, social media is fake. It is fake, man. That's why I roll solo and I try to be as real as I can to the viewers. But when you're surrounded by people that are fake, man, it becomes very difficult to speak on topics because a lot of these topics is fake, man. If this was a real topic, if this was a real beef, there'll be real consequences for a lot of these things. And I notice that everybody is gossiping. You have men that are gossiping. You have men that are talking about Anton's wife, Anton's daughter. And it's been going on for days now, and it's boring. It is just draining. It's like, bro, I don't even want to. Listen, bro. When I tell you all these people is fake, bro. This stuff is not real. I thought it was, but then I started looking at people that are talking, and I'm like, all the voices that are speaking on this issue, they're not even credible voices. They're not even credible to speak on these issues, and they're not making any sense. They're all talking to one another, but they're all friends at the same time. You just have to pay attention and open your eyes, and you'll see what I'm talking about. All the interviews are fake. That's why you don't see me reviewing them. It's fake. I'm looking at them, I'm listening to them, I'm putting them together, and I'm like, this is fake. Nice try though, but I'm pretty much done with this nonsense. Stuff is stupid now. It's not making any sense. It's not going nowhere. And it's too many holes in it. It's too many holes in this situation. Too many inconsistencies. It's not making sense. It's not making no sense. Think about all the breakdowns that I did. You would expect people to be talking about it. Like, yo, Ringo uncovered this. Ringo, yo, wow, there's a new twist. Wow. But it's as if though nobody's listening. They're only listening to the drama because it's a sketch play. It's a sketch play, guys. And I know it's difficult for y'all to see because you're caught up in it. I'm done with it because I'm a content creator and I can see through it. All of this stuff is staged. These people are not being real. It's like you got beefs that are not real. All you got to do is just go look at it. Again, you're not watching my videos. You're not looking at them. So I'm explaining, I'm wasting my time talking because you're not watching the videos. If you actually took the time to watch the videos and listen and learn, you'll realize why I feel this way. I've explained all of this stuff over and over and over, and I don't hear nobody talking about it. I don't hear nobody saying, yo, I was watching Ringo's video. He broke down this, that, he put this together, did some excellent research. I don't see that. So now when I don't see that, that means it's not really that serious. It's not serious because it's not real. It's staged. Meaning I'm doing my professional investigative reporting on these topics. But while I'm doing that, the viewer is not understanding what's going on in terms of the severity of the issue. So this is entertainment. It's not serious because it's a grift. It's all staged, guys. You can believe what you want to believe. I'm done with it. So you won't be seeing any more videos about this foolishness. Because one thing I don't like, guys, is you see like how a lot of you are saying you believe all of this stuff is real. If it was real, then real recognize real. Did you hear what I just said? If this was real, real would recognize real. Did you hear what I just said? If this was real, real would recognize real. I don't see real recognizing real. What I see are people that just like hearing you talk about the situation, but they're not recognizing the real in what you're speaking. It's all staged, guys. It's a grift. Anton has never come into the public talking about he's filing a lawsuit, police reports, or anything. It's a grift. It's a grift. Even on an interview, he was asked, are you going to do this? Are you going to do that? He said, well, I can't really say anything about this and that. It's a grift. I'm convinced. Because if I'm doing something, I'm in an interview, I'm going to answer the questions yes or no. It ain't going to be no keeping me in limbo land where I don't know what's going on, because people are spreading rumors that if Anton sued this, that, man, it's all BS, bro. It's a grift, bro. I'm convinced. It's a grift. None of this is real, guys. It's all content. That's all it is. It's just content. And it's bad. It's bad because the viewer believes that it's real. I'm trying to be as real as I can be, but the more I speak on these issues and I'm real, the real don't recognize the real. And I'm like, this is staged. This is not real, bro. These people is doing this for content, man. Every day they make a video and they talk about the same thing. I don't see no progress on exactly what is the goal. What is the end goal? What is the end goal? What are we doing? Because I'm pointing out the inconsistencies. I'm pointing out the distractions. I'm pointing out the things that are just not making sense, and I'm speaking on these things, and I don't see nobody talking about it. I talked about the fake video that other YouTuber put out. I broke it down to the smallest molecule. I don't see nobody talking about that. To really put the magnifying glass on it and say, you know what? This is wrong, what's being done. I don't see that because it's a grift. Me exposing the truth interferes the grift. It bothers the elite club on what I'm revealing. By me revealing things that are not correct to keep the grift going. For example, Corey disrespects Anton's daughter. Then a grifter creates a narrative of Anton attacking women and children. That's a part of the grift. Well, I expose that part. Once I expose that, it destroys the whole narrative of what they're doing. But you don't hear none of the key players saying, yo, salute to Rango for exposing this. You're right, and bring awareness to it. So the viewer can be like, wow, so-and-so is agreeing with so-and-so that this person is making up fake content. Nobody's pointing that out. Listen, that is supposed to make you realize this is fake. That was fake news. I shared this with you guys. Nobody's paying attention. When someone put out a fake report concerning a story, and the viewer is not paying attention to recognize that this news that you're hearing is fake, once you hear that fake report, it destroys everything else, which means anything you're hearing from Kwame, fake. Anything you're hearing from that Freezer guy, fake. Anything you're hearing from anybody, it's fake news. It's designed to keep it going, guys. Keep it going long enough to keep you viewing. Keep you viewing. The end goal is to keep you viewing. To keep you viewing. All right. They're dragging this Mika lady saying she's a side chick, right? She makes a public statement. Notice I didn't even do a review on it, and I'm not doing a review on it. I'm not wasting my time. It's designed for you to promote these people. It's designed for you to promote them. I'm putting this thing together more and more and more and more and more, bro. This is a campaign to promote certain YouTubers, to put them on a spin in the algorithm. That's what this is for. Just look at the names. Look at the key players. If you're not a content creator, you won't understand what I'm talking about, man. Some people will get it. Most people won't. It's a campaign to promote people that aren't even doing any work. It's like a shift to push certain people that under normal circumstances, nobody would even be talking about. But the news is fake, but it's designed to make the viewer think it's real. But when everybody's talking about it, it seems real, but it's fake. It's all fake. Think about this. Corey disrespects Mika, right? Corey disrespects Mika. Call her a bitch, right? Said that Anton is paying for box, paying to have that woman next to him. She do a public statement and talking about she forgives Corey. Once I heard that, a red flag went up. That was not the response of what a woman would say after being disrespected. The term I forgive promotes the Christian narrative. I'm a Christian. I have morals. I'm a good girl. I have values. I forgive Corey Holcomb. But what it also says is I would still like to be on Corey's platform. Another key factor in her public statement is she never mentioned Anton's name. These are things that is very, very concerning to me as a content creator, because if she's supposed to be cool with Anton in that entire public statement, she never mentioned his name. She never mentioned his name. Here's another thing that a lot of you not paying attention to. Corey said that he never invited her to be on his show. Well, if he never invited her to be on the show, then how she knew she was going to be on the show? So a question that needs to be answered is, did Anton promise her to be on the show? These are things that I'm just thinking about, and I'm trying to figure out why these things are not being addressed. But here's the factor that a lot of you not peeping. If Corey said he never invited her, how come Mika didn't come out in the public and just tell you guys, hey, Anton promised me and told me I was going to be on the show? She didn't even say nothing. So it's not adding up, guys. And I'm trying to be as clear as possible, but the answers are not coming in. And the key players are not acknowledging the contributions that I'm putting out in regards to the situation, which leads me to believe this whole thing is staged. And it's designed to bring names of people to the YouTube algorithm. I'm listening, I'm watching interviews, I'm paying attention. People are dropping names of people in ways that you would think they're irrelevant, that they're insignificant, but it's still promoting them. But yet, the voices of reason that actually are speaking on these issues, nobody's mentioning them. You saw the video that I did the other night where you had the grifters. They was like, don't mention his name. Don't mention his name. I want you, I hope that you stay on course. Don't mention, I hope you stay on course. What does that mean? Stay on course. Stay within character on the grift. In other words, don't step out of character to defend yourself against this guy. Keep the grift going long enough so people can believe the lie. I don't trust these people, bro. I do not trust these people, man. I really believe that these people are pulling a fast one over the viewers with this Corey Anton nonsense. I'm done with it, guys. Like, this is the last video. It was fun. At the same time, I don't want to waste my time giving my viewers nonsense that is not real. My content is real. As you know, my content is real. But I realize that a lot of people that are caught up in this Anton Corey stuff, they're caught up in the grift. So it's very difficult to reach them. If you're not entertaining them with the lie, then it's no longer content. Just look around YouTube and look at all the people making fake content right now with this story. People are saying that Anton threatens to sue. When did Anton do that? He never did that. You have fake attorneys. Like, what is this lead attorney guy? All these people are fake, bro. Like, y'all haven't figured that out yet? Guys, everybody that's on YouTube claiming to be an attorney is fake. At one time, they may have been an attorney. Right now, they're not an attorney. They're not. But they'll grift you and lie to you and have you thinking that there's something when they're not. So when you listen, you're thinking, okay, I'm getting an attorney's perspective on what is what. No, guys, every attorney practice a certain form of law, which mean you have divorce attorneys, people that deals with divorce, um, things of that nature. You have criminal defense attorneys. You have copyright attorneys. You have um, all different types of attorneys that specialize in a specific field. An attorney that is a divorce attorney cannot tell you shit about copyright law. Do you understand? If you're having issues with copyright infringement, patents, and all this other stuff, talking to a divorce attorney is a waste of time. You're wasting your time. You understand? Shout out to Nana K World for the $10 support. Says, Mika can be on my show. Salute. Hit the like. I don't trust none of them YouTubers, man. It's like they're all working together, guys. They're all working together to put each other on the map. And I'm seeing it more and more and more. It's to keep the checks coming in. They're all working together. It appears as if though they're beefing. It appears as if though they're enemies. They're not. They're all friends behind the scenes. They want you to believe they're enemies, but it's not making sense to me. I'm looking at the situation and I'm like, You got this one working with that one working with that one coming out of hiatus to work with that one. Nah, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. They working together, guys, to keep it going. To keep the viewer tuned in. It's all script. And they predict how the viewer is going to respond to it. Because like I said, when I first seen and heard about this story, it was about the beef between Anton and Corey. But then the narrative switched from the beef to Corey disrespecting this man's daughter. And me being a father, I'm looking at the situation from a father's point of view. And I'm speaking on it for real, like as a father. But then now, the more I'm looking at the situation, I'm like, where is it going? Where is this going? What is the end goal? There is no end goal. The end goal is not about nothing else but making content. Keeping it going as long as possible to milk the system. That's what this is about. Milking the system, lying to people, because nothing is making sense. For example, men talking about another man's relations with other women. When have you ever seen that on YouTube? When have you ever seen a bunch of men gossiping about a man's wife? Gossiping about, oh, he have a side chick. I've never seen men do that on YouTube. Never. I don't give a fuck if you have some side woman. You're supposed to. You're supposed to be getting some head from a sister on the side. You're supposed to as a man. And if you don't, then you're missing out. I just don't understand why people trying to hold Anton to some sort of moral status or something all of a sudden. I never heard that from men before. Men have never been doing that. Men are gossiping more than women. And I'm like, this is getting sick. I don't want no parts of that, guys. I was concerned about the actual daughter being harassed because I got daughters. But the more I realize, the more I'm watching these videos, the more I realize this is fake. This is not real. This is not real, man. It's not real. Because nobody's making sense, man. Nobody's making real sense. And there's a lot of secret hate, a lot of secret jealousy. I can feel it. It's real. It's almost as if though I'm disturbing the peace. I'm disturbing the narrative because I'm waking people up from the lies that are being told. That's what I'm saying. Come on now. There are so many rumors being put out right now. And it just keeps the viewer entertained. At first, I was looking at it like, okay, everybody hates Anton. Everybody hates the man. But they keep viewing. So obviously they like the man. And they don't hate the man because he's making money. They don't hate him. They hate the character. He's a villain because he's making money. When you hate somebody, they don't make money. When people hate me, they don't support me. I don't make no money. When someone hates someone, they don't support them. Anton is being supported and he makes money. So it's entertainment. He's the villain. He's a character in this fiasco going. He was made to be the villain by other content creators who made him the bad guy. And it went from his daughter situation to now, let's just keep talking about Anton. He's a villain. This shit is bullshit, bro. This is a damn joke, bro. That's why I'm done. So I'm done with this nonsense, bro. I am done with this mess. I don't want to hear nothing, bro, about this Corey, Anton. I'm tired of this shit. All of this is fake, bro. I don't like fake stuff, bro. Especially when it involves kids and children and people playing these little games just to get a YouTube check. I don't got time for this, bro. Like, we're talking about a situation with kids and people are busy counting cash apps and super chats and it's not serious. It's not a serious issue. It's a game. It's a game. That's why I said, if all of these YouTubers were really serious, turn monetization off and just make your content about Anton. They're not going to do that. They want the money. That's what it's about. It's a grift. It's not serious, guys. I'm being serious. They're not being serious. I'm being serious. They're not being serious. I seen one particular content creator, he was yelling out, he said, if anybody's streaming my video, flag them. And I'm like, whoa. What? If anybody's streaming your video, flag them? Whew. That sounds kind of protective. Doesn't sound like, it don't sound like somebody that's willing to share in terms of people sharing their commentary and criticism. It sounds more or less like, I want this for myself. I want to make my money. I want to make my money. If somebody's sharing my stream, flag them. That's what we're doing now? That's what content creators are doing? Flagging and reporting people if they're streaming their stream? Wow, that's interesting. When I tell you guys these people are fake, they're fake, bro. These people are not real. To all the viewers that have any sense, The Corey Holcomb, Anton Daniels beef is fake. It is staged. And everybody that is involved either is working with them or may have got caught up in it via emotion or probably thought it was real. You know, I thought it was real. You know, if you go look at my content, everything that I shared in regards to the story, I'm giving my professional opinions about what's going on. But the more I'm looking at this story, it's fake. It's not real. These people are playing a game, man. They're playing a game. People are playing the game to keep attention on them. And the more attention that's on them, the more they grow. You don't, because they don't mention you. They don't talk about you. So they're the ones that benefit. You don't. It's a marketing. They're going to create bad guys. They're going to create enemies. In other words, it'll appear as if though this one is beefing with that one, or well, so-and-so said this, or so-and-so responded to so-and-so. They're all friends, bro. They're all friends. It's all sketch comedy. It's all sketch content, bro. Staged. Well, I'm done. So I'm free. I can pretty much just be me. Get back to some other content. Focus on other things. Because I'm sharing my expert information about what's going on. And I realize that the viewer is not attentive to real content. They're not attentive to what I'm really sharing in regards to this case. And what that tells me is they've been blinded. Once you've been blinded by a grift, you don't want to hear the truth. You want something that's entertainment. So what you want is more tea. In other words, hey guys, we got new info. Anton leaked video his wife was talking about. This is what I'm seeing on YouTube now. I'm seeing grown men reviewing old videos of Anton's wife talking about their relationship. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, man. I don't got time for this, bro. Grown men are not supposed to be doing that, bro. Y'all busy gossiping about dudes' wives and how they were met. That's some feminine stuff, bro. I can't deal with that mess. It's just pure drama, bro. What's the end goal? When Corey did what he did, right? Have y'all noticed I didn't review none of Anton's videos yet? Have y'all noticed that? I hope y'all noticing these things. And it's because I'm watching these videos and then things are going off in my mind like, how did that happen that fast? That don't make sense. Sounds good, but nah, I ain't reviewing that. Nope. I try to review what makes sense, and certain things are just not making sense. And I can't react to something that sounds like bullshit because I'm real and I'm going to end up going off. So certain things I don't react to it, bro, because it just don't sound right. It don't sound right. Like, all right, if Mika was Anton's side chick, right? If he was, because there's rumors of people saying she's married. Did she say she's married? Bro, I don't know what's going on, bro, because I don't know any dude that's married to a woman and his wife hangs out with other men. I just don't understand that. These are things that just don't make sense to me in a real world. If I'm hanging out with a woman all the time, I'm fucking her. I'm just being honest. I cannot be friends with a woman. So if you're a woman, we can't be friends. Especially if you look good and you around me, no. So all I'm saying is this, because I keep things 100. If Anton was messing with this woman, he just need to just tell you straight. Like, yeah, this is my woman. The fuck? Like, the hell the hell y'all all up in my business? That's my shorty. I got my wife. I got my woman over here. She's mine. It is what it is. And keep it a buck. No need to sugarcoat. But with all these rumors and everybody talking about this and putting titles, side chick, I don't got time for all that goofy stuff, bro. All that gossiping. If you know you got a woman on the side, that's supposed to be known. You know what I mean? And if shorty is married, where the husband at? These are things that I look at these things. If Mika supposed to be married, where the husband at? Where he at? Because I ain't gonna be around no woman walking around, hanging out, and she looking good. And I'm talking about, yeah, we doing content. Yeah, we gonna be doing some content, all right. Yeah. So that's why I didn't really make any videos in regards to that. Because there's certain things that's not adding up. And even by you mentioning their names, you promoting them. But I spoke on some real stuff, guys. Like, listen, when everything was going down, I was like, yeah, man, you know, people over here dragging this woman. Woo, woo, woo. They shouldn't be doing that. That's wrong. You know what I mean? Corey disrespected Mika. Boom, boom, boom. I ain't see Mika address none of these things, bro. Look, the same way I'm able to see what's going on in these YouTube streets, everybody else can see what I'm doing too. These YouTubers can see and hear the things I talk about, guys. The same way I can hear them. The problem is they don't even acknowledge the things that I'm talking about. And they see it. So when I don't see them acknowledge these things like, hey, this person, at least this person can see that I didn't do nothing wrong, and they can see that Corey's wrong, they don't acknowledge voices of reason. And I'm like, they more or less acknowledge the frauds. And I'm like, whoa, it all makes sense. They're working together. They are working together, guys. They're working together. All of them are working together, bro. That's why they're confused at my videos. Because, you know, if you're looking at my videos, you'll be like, damn, Ringo must be cool with Anton. But I don't know that man. I don't know him. But if you watch the videos and you see how I'm breaking stuff down, you would be like, man, Ringo's siding with this dude. It seems like he's speaking on different issues. They must be cool. But I don't know that man. But you never hear that man acknowledge the things you talk about. That lets me know this is fake. Because I'm going to tell you, if I was Anton and I'm watching these YouTube streets and I'm looking at everybody that's talking about the situation, I would be able to pinpoint who's making sense, who's not making sense, and speak on it. But I don't hear nobody speaking on it. And what that tells me is this is not real. Even when I expose that other guy for this weird obsession that he has for Anton, it's as if though I don't believe these people are beefing. I don't believe these people are beefing. I believe this is just content. And the way they structured this thing together, it looks like they're beefing. But it's designed to keep certain people talking, which keep them making money. That's what this is about. That's what this is about, guys. People are bringing up old videos that don't make no sense. And they're getting clicks and views off of old videos, and none of these content creators are making sense. If you go and listen to some of these people and just listen to them, they're not even making any sense. They're just showing you video clips. Let's run the numbers up. Let's run the numbers up. What Corey did? Oh yeah, he destroyed his career. Corey didn't destroy his career. That's a fake title. That's clickbait. Will Anton sue? Anton never said he's suing anybody. How is Anton's daughter doing? Oh, she's good. Bro, certain things is just not adding up. Anton said he took his daughter out of school or something along them lines. When he said all of that stuff, in my mind, I was like, you know how when you try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but it's almost like, that was fast. Like, that was quick. And you just kind of seeing. And then it's like, when he say that, I'm looking at to see what other people going to say. And I'm kind of looking at the streets. I'm like, okay, he said this. Let me see what people saying. Nobody really saying anything. I'm like, so nobody ain't peeped that? You know what? Let me just stay quiet and kind of wait. That's how I do what I do. I kind of stay quiet, look at what's going on, and just wait. And put the puzzle together. Now I'm seeing the key players are kind of switching around now. They're maneuvering on what they're doing next. So now people are waiting to hear what Corey Holcomb is going to say so they can have content for the next week till next Tuesday. It doesn't make any sense, bro. None of this stuff is making sense. It's not making sense. Like I said, there's a reason why I didn't react to none of the videos that Anton put out. There's a reason why I didn't react to it, guys. There's certain things that he says that tells me, and I'm giving my professional opinion, that this is not serious. Things that's like, as long as they keep my name in the algorithm, that's helping me to grow. And I'm saying to myself, if this is about your daughter and this is a serious matter, you wouldn't be saying that. You wouldn't be saying that. If this is a serious matter about your daughter, you wouldn't be saying, as long as the people are talking, it keeps me in the algorithm. It was something along the lines of, you can't pay for promotion like this. This is like free promotion. You can't really pay for that type of stuff. And I'm listening to this stuff and I'm saying, I'm trying to speak on these issues for real, because I'm really seriously concerned about what Corey did to his daughter. At the same time, if I don't sense that this is serious to him, then something ain't right. Something ain't right, guys. So what I'm looking at is, if I'm talking about the situation, I'm giving him free promotion. I mean, when we talk about anybody, you're giving them free promotion. I don't really care about it. The issue is they're more concerned about the promotion. And I'm not seeing the consistency of people concerned for the daughter. I'm not seeing it. These little discrepancies is concerning me. That the whole thing with the daughter that was thrown in is just another play to get you focused on that, to play with the emotions. So when I spoke on these issues, I realized that a lot of people are not even concerned about the daughter. They're concerned about Anton out of hate. Anton is aware that a lot of people hate him and that a lot of people are jealous of him. That's also a part of the play. And it keeps it going and going and going and going. And you don't know who's who now. You don't know what's real from fake. That's how the grift works. And then they just keep making videos every day. They got a new episode. Every day they got something new. Even though Anton didn't say nothing, even though nobody said a word, even though Mika didn't say nothing, Anton didn't say nothing, nobody said nothing, Corey don't come on till Tuesday, but they'll keep making a new video saying, we got something new. What you got new? You don't got nothing new. It's a grift. It's a game. They're trying to see how they can maximize profits. It was fun while it lasted. But at the same time, when I see that there's no real focus on Anton's daughter, and there's no real end goal, and nobody's really acknowledging the people that are actually speaking and making sense, those are things that's very concerning to me. It's very concerning to me when people are not acknowledging voices of reason. And that tells me that it's not serious. It's a game. Because I'm serious about the things that I talk about. And I realize that the key players are not serious and the viewers are not serious. The viewers don't even care. You know? It's a staged event, guys. The whole situation was staged. Everything was staged. Everything. Stuff is not real, bro. It's not real. There is an inner circle of individual key players, and they all structured this grift to take place now in order to maximize profits. And the viewer have no clue what's going on. You're just getting played because you're invested in something that ain't really going nowhere. It's like a little series. It's like that video that that woman put out on TikTok. Why the F did I marry somebody, or some garbage like that? And she kept talking every day with another video. And it got to the point where she got so many views off of this thing, and the whole story was fake. And you do know that, right? Her whole story was fake. It's very difficult to find real content now. Everything is fake, bro. And then you have all this AI stuff where people just making fake videos, bro. I'm just tired of how social media has it just ruined everything about content creation, bro. That's why it's called content creation. People create fake content. It's fake. When you see me talking like this, bro, you know something's wrong. Something's wrong, bro. If a man have a side piece, everybody supposed to know. People talking about Anton's wife exposed him. How? She's not even online. That's clickbait. I'm seeing people making these videos. Anton's wife exposed him. How? What did she say? What's her social media? She's not online. Fake news, man. And people rush to view it. You know? I just believe all this stuff is fake, bro. Like, seriously. I'm done with it. So I'm gonna pretty much wrap up the show, guys, and call it a day with this nonsense, bro. I really thought that this was a serious situation about this man's daughter, and I shared a lot of information. You know what I'm saying? I shared a lot of information, but I don't like when people play games with people's minds, bro. Like, I don't like that type of stuff. I take these type of things serious when it deals with kids. I have 4 daughters, and to see a man disrespecting somebody's daughter, at least I thought this stuff was real. It looked real at first, but I'm looking at this situation for what it is, and I put out a lot of work in regards to this particular case, and I realized that it's fallen on deaf ears. So I'm done with this thing, bro. I'm moving on to something else and focus on my original content. And y'all could continue going on with that nonsense. I don't got time for it. I do not like this game that I'm seeing. If you guys are serious about children being abused, be serious about that type of stuff. And don't play games with viewers. Don't play games with content creators that are serious. This is why I roll solo. This is why I just do my own thing, because I can speak freely and do what I do best. But what I'm seeing right now is a grift, bro. Everybody's involved. Everybody's involved, bro. I don't trust nothing that's going on right now, bro. When something involves kids, nobody should be going back and forth. It's supposed to end. I'm seeing dudes talking about this man's daughter like it's a part of content. And I'm like, bro, you talking about my daughter and y'all bro, this is not real, bro. It's not real. Can't be. The viewers are laughing. Everybody's making fun. It looked like it's real. But when you think about it, it's all for content. It's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy, bro. So that's about it. Cause I don't like getting played. You know what I'm saying? I ain't here to play any games when it deals with kids. You know what I'm saying? I speak on these topics because I'm serious about what I'm seeing. And I wouldn't want nobody doing none of that mess with my daughters and stuff like that. But when I see content creators playing this little game and everybody's grifting off the situation, trying to maximize profits, and nobody has any concern for the kids, that stuff bothers me, bro. It really, really bothers me. It irritates me, bro. I don't like that type of stuff, man. I don't like that type of stuff because, man, if you look at the amount of work that I did concerning this case, you'll be like, damn, this brother really is passionate about this story. Yes, it appeared as something that was real, but I'm looking at it for what it is. This shit is bullshit, bro. This is a grift, bro. Somebody said, you gonna watch Corey Holcomb tonight? I don't give a fuck about Corey Holcomb, bro. I am done, bro. I am done with this. I don't want to hear nothing about this mess no more. This stuff is as fake as it come, bro. The more I listen to this garbage, the more I realize it's fake, bro. Because nobody's taking none of this stuff serious. Imagine you got this damn clown on YouTube making fake videos with fake photos. I put out all that information. Nobody acknowledged this work, bro. Nobody's acknowledging this work. And I'm like, bro, do you know how much research goes into breaking something down? And then people look at you like you're weird, like you're crazy. And you're speaking the truth. That's when you know everything is fake. It's fake. That's why they don't like when you break it down. But yeah, that's why I never made no videos about that Mika chick and none of that stuff, because like I said, I don't give a fuck about what dude is messing with some chick on YouTube. I don't understand. That's weirdo behavior from men. I don't care about that stuff. There's a lot of things that don't make sense. And if the key players are not talking about these things openly, I'm not gonna really focus on it because I'm trying to hear what they're saying, you know, before I speak. And based on what I'm seeing is uh it's okay to abuse and bully children on social media. It seems as if though the people that lie get all the support, the people that grift, they pretty much they get acknowledged for being liars. And I'm seeing that, bro. I'm seeing the grifters getting pushed for lying. And the people that speak the truth bro, I'm telling you, man, being solo is the best thing ever, bro. Best thing ever is rolling completely solo. That's the best way to be, bro. Because I don't trust these YouTubers, man. It's like, I don't trust them, bro. The more I see stuff, here's the thing, gang. There's certain YouTubers, bro. There's certain YouTubers I would never make videos about them. Because I know who these people are. I don't know them personally, but I know who they are from back in the day. And I just leave them alone. I just leave them alone. It's just a respect thing with me. And I'm pretty sure the feeling is mutual, probably on their part. But certain content creators, I just call their asses out because I already know they frauds. But in these spaces, man, there's a lot of fake people, bro. And it's very difficult to know who's real from who's fake. And with all the fake stuff that's going on social media, man, I don't trust nobody, bro. I don't trust none of these cats, man, because it's like they are part of the grift, man. How could something involves a child and everybody's playing games? And then when I expose the lies, nobody's talking about it. That tells me it's not important. Right? It can't be important if I'm exposing the lie and I bring out the facts. People supposed to recognize that and be like, hold up, wait a minute. You are telling the truth. Oh, snap. I didn't even notice that. And acknowledge it. You will go a long way when you learn how to acknowledge someone. When you fail to acknowledge people, that's the worst thing you can do in these spaces, especially in these spaces. The failure to acknowledge the work that someone do is criminal, especially when it deals with children and you act like you don't see it. That's the worst thing you can do, bro. You are missing out on a blessing because truth and people that speak truth is very hard to find. It is very hard to find someone that actually speak the truth and they're not being paid to speak it. I'm looking at content creators, they're motivated by greed. You send them a Cash App, they'll literally deride and cheer and go crazy. The money controls them, bro. Rare is it that you can find somebody that speaks truth. And you don't even have to fucking pay these people, bro. They just speak truth, bro. That's real, bro. And when people are real and they're not recognized, Bro, that shit is fucked up, bro. That's why I roll solo. So, hey, I'm done with the whole Corey Holcomb, Anton Daniel thing. No more videos coming from me from this nonsense. I spoke my piece. I tried to share my expertise about the situation. I thought this thing was real. I thought there was really victims. I thought. That's what I thought. I thought that there are some real victims and kids and this and that. All this shit is fake, bro. All this stuff is real. Because I'm not seeing no bottom line. Like, what is the end goal, bro? What is the end goal? All I see is fake videos, bro. And it's like the fake videos, get all the views. Somebody says, so it's all about the views with you? Views are important, guys. Everybody knows that. When you speak the truth and the videos are not being acknowledged, I don't think you guys understand the severity of how this is, guys. If you go and look at the body of work that I produce on this whole Corey and Anton situation, I've never lied throughout this whole situation. I never lied. I never was grifting. I never was doing anything goofy. I was fair and balanced throughout this whole situation. And I called out all the frauds, everybody that's grifting and playing games. Now it's down to the point where it's like, yo, I'm wasting my time. I'm literally wasting my time, bro. Sharing all this truth, putting out all this info, and it's not being recognized, bro. That's like you're an actor. You're doing all these movies and all these films. You know you're doing the best work you can ever possibly do. And when it's time for the, what is that thing they give for movies? Oscars or whatever the case is? You're not even in the nominees, bro. They didn't even nominate you, bro. I'm like, damn. That's crazy, bro. I don't care about no lawsuits and all that other stuff, bro. I'm done with this thing, bro. I gotta focus on my family, man. You know? I don't got time for this mess no more. Because it's not serious. I thought it was serious. I thought this was a serious thing, but I realized that everybody's playing a game. And I don't like the game. I don't like when YouTubers watch me, see the work, and act like they don't see. That shit is irritating. Because they have a responsibility, but they fail in that responsibility. It's like, if you're doing your part, they have to do theirs. Just like you, the viewer. If you rock with the platform, there's certain things you're supposed to do. And if you're not doing it, you're working against me. And what I realize is a lot of YouTubers, for whatever reason, they got an issue with me. That's cool, because I roll solo. Like I said, man, I've already learned my lesson on YouTube, not to trust nobody. I already had fallouts with people. It's a dog-eat-dog world. You can't trust nobody. People focus on money, and there's no real loyalty. Everything is about money. Money is good. Making money is good. But loyalty, you can't pay for that, bro. You can't pay for loyalty. Loyalty is something you can't pay for, dog. That right there, you can't pay for. That's something you can't buy. You cannot buy truth. When a person is honest and truthful, you can't pay for that. That comes from the heart. And I've been very truthful in regards to this situation, as fair and balanced as I can. And I'm seeing all these content creators lie, bro. Spread false narratives, false rumors. And it's down to the point where it's like everybody's in on it. It's a grift. I'm seeing videos every single day. I'm like, damn, every single day you guys got something to say? Every day? Every day is a new video? I ain't hear nobody speak. Now, what if I would have been on the other side of this narrative, dragging Anton in the mud? I'll be getting the clicks, the likes, Cash Apps, Venmos, all of that stuff. Ain't that amazing? But see, I'm not that person. I'm a man of truth, integrity, and I think it's because I'm a real father. That's why I address the issues the way I've done, especially in regards to the daughter. That shit pissed me off. When Corey did that, I'm like, bro, that would have been a whole problem. He wouldn't even have a YouTube platform if that was my kid. He won't have a YouTube channel because this happened back in the day. And the YouTuber that did that, he was gone. You know what I'm saying? What he did was out of pocket. He ain't have a YouTube channel no more. And he lost everything. You know what I mean? He lost everything due to the stupidness that he did with my kids' photos. You don't ever play with people's kids on social media. That's a no-no. You got a fucking problem with me, you deal with me. You don't come after my kids. You don't come after my wife. You don't do none of that goofy stuff. I ain't playing with you, bro. You know what I mean? You do that stuff on the internet. You keep playing games with grown men, with their families, you won't find out. Trust and believe you're going to find out one of these days, right? Because I'm not the one to be playing with when it comes to my kids. You could talk anything. You could say whatever you want to say about me on social media, man. I don't care because I know you pussy. I already know that already. That's why you online yipping and yapping. You know what I'm saying? But when you playing with kids, you don't play with nobody kids, bro. You know what I mean? So for not Anton, for Corey to do what he did, that was criminal. He already crossed the line. And that is what made me speak on these issues to take it more serious. At first, it was like, entertainment, they beefing, you make a video here, there, who's gonna win. But then it switched to you talking about somebody's daughter. That's when it got serious for me. So when I'm sharing my commentary is coming from a place of real talk. Like I'm not here to play. Y'all here trying to make money and run the numbers up and do all this other stuff. All of that is fine and dandy. Get your money, do whatever you got to do. But you ninjas is literally grifting in order to get to the bag. Y'all not being honest, and nobody's really focusing on these kids. And I realized that. I realized that the grifters are not focused on the children. Instead, they're making excuses. And when you look at this more and more and more, you realize they all working together. You know what I mean? There's some real stuff that's going on within this saga, but it's too much fake that's in it too. So it's difficult to take any of this stuff serious, man. You know? You said Anton put the pictures out to the public. It doesn't matter if he put the pictures out to the public. You're not supposed to be taking pictures of somebody's kid and doing stuff goofy with it. Do y'all not know that, bro? Like, just because a photo is public does not mean you could use the photo to harass and bully a minor. You know? Can't do that. Like, I'm seeing videos where you have the lead attorney dude. I don't trust none of these dudes, bro. Like, I don't trust none of these dudes, bro. I'm seeing him go to O'Shea's platform talking about, yeah, run the numbers up. And I'm like, but isn't he talking shit about Anton? So hold up, who's cool with who? I'm trying to figure this out. You guys got to explain this to me. Because I thought these guys were cool. Now, we heard Anton said he haven't spoke to O'Shea. O'Shea said he haven't spoke to him. Okay, so they beefing. All right, cool. Anton said that, the lead attorney's doing pretty good for himself. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, they seem like they cool. But then you see him over there by O'Shea saying, yeah, run the numbers up with the grifting. And I'm like, I'm looking at these things, bro. And that's telling me everybody's working together. This ain't serious. This is about running the numbers up. You can run the numbers up. You can do all of that, but there's a better way to run the numbers up. It's by being real and actually doing real content. And this is why it's very difficult for the viewer to know who's real from who's fake. When something involves kids, there's no running no numbers up. That don't make no sense, running the numbers up. I'm trying to focus on the real so the viewer know what's fake. That's why when I expose that other clown that is talking about Anton all day, it's to make people see the real. That this dude was lying the whole time, making fake photos and videos and harassing and just doing a bunch of stuff because he butthurt. But nobody's paying these videos any mind. You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to do a reaction to the interview that Messi Machone did with Anton. I'm not doing no reaction to none of that stuff, bro. I'm pretty much done with this thing now. It's like guys, when I don't think y'all understand how serious it is when you put out work, bro. When you invest time and energy into talking about particular topics that are very serious, there has to be a level of acknowledgement that goes into that from the people. It feels like I'm talking to the wall. I can't explain it, but it feels like I'm talking to the wall when I do these videos. Like, you know how you giving your expert opinions about these topics, and it's not reaching the people. It's not reaching the people. Like, I could be going in right now. I could go fire up a live stream right now and destroy Freezy, like, completely, with all the info that I got. It's a waste of time. These people are grifters, bro. When someone's a grifter and the viewer is stupid and they believe the grift, no matter what you say, they're not acknowledging it because, again, in order for you to be able to combat the grift, you have to have the support of people that believe in the message that you're pushing. When grifters have their support base, it becomes a problem. For example, if I'm putting out the truth against the lies that Freezy put out there, but Freezy have support from other grifters, I'm literally speaking a language that most of y'all may not understand. Grifters get support from grifters to validate their grift. Do you understand that? When grifters have other grifters that grift together, they form Voltron. And the viewer look at the grifter, oh, they must be cool because they got this person here. They got that person there. Oh, yeah. They're okay, they're good. And when you make a message about them, because they have the backing of other grifters, the viewer look at you as the grifter. This is why it's very important that people learn how to acknowledge people. Because when you're in a war, when you're in a battle, you want the right soldiers, the right people that understand the assignment. And with what I'm seeing, a lot of these people, like, if you were to look at this Corey Holcomb Anton situation, a lot of these YouTubers are against Anton. They don't like him. They really don't. And I know it's all out of jealousy. It's all out of jealousy, man. I know what that feels like. You know what I'm saying? I know what that feels like when people are jealous of you. I know what that feels like, bro. That it's a horrible feeling, man, when people hate you because of what you were able to achieve. You know what I'm saying? They hate you because of that. And it's because a lot of times with black folk, they never had nothing. So to see somebody have something, it's natural to just get jealous. I don't got time to be jealous of nobody, man. I don't got that kind of time, man. I'm 48. I don't got no time to be hating on some dude because he got some bread. That's cool. It is what it is, man. But what I'm seeing in these streets, a lot of these dudes hate Anton. I went to Corey's page, right, on Instagram. I went to his Instagram. I seen content creators under his posts that he made, YouTubers. And all of these people don't like Anton. And I'm seeing key figures, key names of content creators that are on YouTube. And I'm like, oh, shit, I didn't know you was against. Oh, so you, damn, I didn't know you hate this. Whoa, damn. A lot of these people hate this man, bro. They really hate this dude, bro. For real, for real. I can't believe it. Certain names I've seen, I was actually shocked. I was like, damn, I didn't know you were with that nonsense too. They with it too, man. A lot of these people, man, and a lot of these people tried working with me, and I just didn't even give them that time, bro. You know how many people reach out to me for interviews? I don't do interviews, bro. I don't want to do no interviews with nobody. And it's because I don't trust nobody, bro. I don't like fake people. I believe in people being real, bro. And once I sense somebody's being fake, I can't deal with you, bro. Like, I don't like fake people. And being that I've already been through fallouts with people, I already know all the signs to look for. I know how to spot those red flags. It's very easy to find out who's who. Because a lot of these dudes is fake, man. Take the money away, the friendships go away. There's no loyalty. That's why I always say relationships is more important than money. If you have the right relationships with the right kind of people, the money will come. That's not an issue. But the relationships is more important. And a lot of these dudes, they don't know how to have relationships, and they don't understand the future of content creation is going to change. In the future, all of these YouTubers are going to be gone if they don't pivot over into something that is totally new, something that is very, very engaging. They're going to lose. Everybody's going to lose. Most content creators won't be around the next 5 years. Most content creators won't be around because you can't keep doing the same shit. It's going to get tiresome and boring. You're going to have to pivot over into something that's totally new. I got the $1 million ideas, the $1 million plans. These YouTubers are not ready for that. They're not ready for that, bro. And there can never be no unity because all they do is bicker and argue all day. And it's just sickening to see every single day. And the thing is, all of these dudes can benefit from like the ideas that I got. Like I already told you guys, I got a plan, but these people, man, it's like you can't even work together, bro. These dudes don't know nothing about growing, bro. You know how much, do you know bro, this internet stuff with social media is so new. There is so much to be done, so much opportunities, and it's there. But it takes people actually working together. But it's too much fakery, man. Too much. Nobody takes the real serious. And it's frustrating, bro. Very, very frustrating to deal with these type of issues, man. But yeah, my final thoughts on this this Anton Corey situation is you know, the only reason why I'm talking about the situation right now, like I said, or have been for the couple of days, is because of the situation with the daughter situation. Um that right there to me is, but at this point, I don't think that it's serious to anybody. You know what I mean? And these are my thoughts, my opinions. There's certain things I don't agree with. I don't have to agree with everybody 100%. I still stand by the things that I said in regards to how Corey went about this situation, that he's wrong. And, you know, he need to be dealt with for what he did. But at this point, I'm done with the nonsense. I'm tired of wasting my time speaking on stuff and nobody's listening. And it's like, what the fuck am I wasting my time for? These people don't care about this truth. I'm literally pouring out valid information that if you pay attention and look at this thing, you'll know who these motherfucking frauds are, bro, and cut them off. Because a lot of these dudes on YouTube is snakes. And I already done told you about that other dude that I exposed yesterday. That dude is a snake. And when I see other YouTubers working with him, I already know who's who already. I already know who's who, bro. That's why I said this whole thing is one big grift, bro. I can't rock with that, bro. A lot of these dudes don't care about nothing else but that dollar. That's it. They don't care about the kids. They don't care about what's important. They're not trying to have a discussion. They don't care about none of this stuff, man. And I judge the tree by the fruit. I don't judge tree by a bunch of wordplay, a bunch of this. Actions speak louder than words, bro. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense whatsoever, bro. And again, most of the viewers are dumbed down and stupid too. So it's very difficult, bro. You got the YouTubers, they're grifters, and then you got the viewers are dumbed down and stupid. They don't even know how to tell real from fake, bro. So it's like you're just talking to a wall. Just one big mess, bro. One big mess. Everybody have selective hearing. People hear what they want to hear. All of that goofy stuff. That's why certain things I didn't touch on in this entire debate. I didn't touch on certain things because it's not making sense. Like, I'm not gonna make any videos about the Mika chick because I don't know nothing about her other than she's a YouTuber. And I think she had probably like 2 channels. It looked like she been into like she been in something. I think she raps or sings or something like that, into music or whatever the case is. I've seen people dissing her, saying she don't got no talent. She's this, she's that, all this negative stuff. And I'm like, everybody's just being negative. And I cannot stand that shit, bro. I cannot stand all of this negativity with these YouTubers all damn day. And they're not focusing on doing content. They're not focusing on working together to build companies, to build something that's absolutely dope, that can make money and grow. It's like this competitive jealousy of, let's see who can make the most views, who can get the most live viewers and keep the money coming in. And it's like everybody's scrapping for crumbs, and kids are involved and kids are being abused, and nobody's really taking nothing serious, man. And that's frustrating, man, when you're serious about something but nobody's as serious as you. I'm serious when it comes to the topic, but I realize that most people are not serious. So it's like it's falling on deaf ears. All you got to do is just look at the numbers. The numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you that people don't care about the truth. Just go look at the numbers. Go look at the videos that I've made about these situations and look at the numbers. That tell you people are not interested in the truth, which means I'm putting the truth out, but the people don't care about the truth. They want the entertainment. They want the lie. They want the grift. I'm not here to give you the grift. I'm sorry. I could be going in on Anton, just making up a bunch of lies out of pure hate and gather views, clicks, likes, all that goofy stuff. I know how to do that stuff, but that's not me. I don't do that type of stuff. I focus on what's honest and what's truthful because that's my character, you know? But it seems like the more you do that, it's like when you're honest, right? It's like people don't care about that. You know? It's crazy. You said what? Chicago Rilla fell out with Anton from Lapeef. I figured he had to fall out because he was grifting with this other clown, Freezy, talking shit about me. That's why I put them on blast yesterday. You know what I mean? I put them on blast. But then again, even though I'm putting them on blast and I'm exposing the truth, nobody cares about the truth. You know what I'm saying? Those dudes are straight suckers. You know what I mean? And there's no money in wasting your time talking about these goofy ninjas on YouTube. It's like they're not important to me. You know what I mean? I try to focus on what's real and stuff that's dope because I know the future has a lot of opportunities, and I'm trying to focus on that and not pay no mind to all this dumb stuff that people doing. That's why I'm done with this goofy stuff. It's just stupid at this point. If I don't see nothing happening, if I don't see nobody acknowledging the work, then it's falling on deaf ears. It's time to move on. You know what I mean? It's one thing if my work is being acknowledged and I realize that the people are really gaining something from it and they're supporting the work, spreading the work, and it's helping me at the same time as it helped others. But when the work is being ignored and a lot of people are acting like it don't exist, then the expertise and the things that I'm putting out there, I'm wasting my time. And you have to understand that I'm wasting my time. So that's why I said I'm done with this nonsense. I don't care what's going on. I don't care what is the next thing. Oh, Corey Holcomb said this. Details at 10. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm done with the Anton Corey debate. I am done with this shit. This shit is bullshit to me now. I don't see nobody taking it serious. It's not about the kids. It's not about what's right. It's not about none of that stuff. We're not holding nobody accountable. Nobody been canceled yet. People are still supporting the grifters. People are still giving them the clicks, the views, the likes. People are still going to their platforms. I don't got time to waste with that mess, bro. You, the viewers, obviously you support the grifters because I'm doing my job. I'm doing my job. The viewer decides who they want to view. Bottom line. The viewers have decided they want to watch the grifters. And then when y'all all find out that all of this was bullshit, then y'all be coming back to me saying, yo, man, bro, you were right. You were right, bro. So-and-so is fake. I'm going to ignore you because I don't got no time for that fake stuff. Don't come to me being fake once you learn the truth. Because I already told you the truth already. The problem with most people is you give them the truth, they don't believe you. Told you already. Freezy had a beef with Anton. You know what I'm saying? He had a beef with him. There was a fallout. It is what it is. He found out that Freezy must have been sneak dissing, talking shit. And here's the thing. Being that Freezy has a smaller platform, by the pure fact he was working with Anton, even if he wasn't getting paid, Anton was literally still supporting you because you were getting promotion. You being around the man is good enough. Like, you supposed to capitalize off of that. He's giving you the alley-oop right there. You know what I mean? That's like you hanging around Jay-Z, you hanging around 50 Cent. How the hell you hanging around these dudes and you ain't doing nothing? You ain't soaking up no game. So being that he was around them for all that time, he should have been benefiting himself, but he's acting like Anton owed him something. Like, oh, you owe me. You don't owe you shit. The fuck you talking about, bro? Be a man. You know, you around. I'm showing you the game. You seeing what I'm doing. Okay, learn from it. You know, be an intern. Learn from it. Absorb what I'm doing. And then do your thing. You know? So, of course, people going to get mad. They're going to fall out with people. And then they're going to talk crap. So, like I said, all of YouTube hates Anton. That's what I see. Right? But it turned into this big grift where it's like a bunch of actors all eating. They all eating off of one another. And they're all in agreement. You just look at the live chats. Look at the comment sections. You see all the familiar faces. They're all there. If they're all in their comment sections and they're all around, they're in unison. They all in agreement. I'm the voice of reason. So these content creators are not going to support what I'm doing. They're not going to support what I'm doing because I'm the voice of reason, which means the voice of reason always speaks the truth, which means it doesn't matter which side you on. I'm going to speak the truth regardless of whose side you on. I'm not going to be on your side or your side. I'm only focusing on the truth. That's me. Which means if there's something going on with Corey, I'm going to say it. If there's something going on with Anton, I'm going to say it. I don't care how anybody feel, bro. I'm going to speak this truth. You understand? I'm going to be real about what I'm seeing. And there's certain things that I just don't like concerning this issue. You know, it's one thing. Like let's say, for example, you have, because everybody's talking, but there's certain things that come across a certain way, and I understand how to listen to the truth and kind of just ignore the nonsense. But when something involves kids, I expect everybody to be serious about it, not focusing on numbers, promotion, and all that other stuff. I want to know what's the bottom line with the kids. What is going on? What's happening? The update. You know what I mean? Because nobody's holding nobody accountable, so I'm wasting my time talking. Like I said, if that was my daughter, Corey Holcomb wouldn't have a YouTube channel. I don't give a fuck. Once you fuck with the kids, you don't got a platform no more. I don't see nothing happening. I don't see nothing going on. You know, there's certain things that I just don't agree with, certain things I don't like. That's why I didn't review the Mika lady's video, because like I said, she's talking about she's forgiven Corey Holcomb. Once I saw that, that was a red flag, because I'm like, if you're team Anton, you're supposed to be rocking with Anton. I ain't hear her mention his name. That's a red flag. It tells me there's some sort of tension, possibly somebody's upset, whatever the case is. She should have never said she forgave that man, because when she said that, she said it a little too early. And then he went on talking more crap about her anyway. And it's just a bad look altogether. You know what I mean? You know, it's just a lot of stuff, man. People spreading more rumors. Oh, they saying Anton lied. Anton promised her to be on the show. I don't know if that's so. You know what I'm saying? That's for him to address these issues and be like, look, Corey's lying. You know, but then again, nobody knows the truth. It could have been a situation where Anton probably told Mika, hey, I'm supposed to be on the show next Tuesday or whatever the case is. I want you to accompany me. I'm going to see if I can plug you in. One of those type of situations. And maybe she misunderstood what he said and thought that she was going to be on a show or something like that. And that could be the situation. You know, things need to be clarified to end the rumor. But there's too many rumors going around, and I don't like making videos with a bunch of gossip. I cannot stand that stuff, bro. Too much gossip is on YouTube right now with this story. All of it is clickbait. It is sickening, bro. None of it is truthful. That stuff doesn't amuse me. I don't get, I cannot I cannot be in my studio, bro, making content that's fake, bro. I can't do that, bro. I cannot go live and my message is fake and I know it's fake, but I'm trying to deliver that to my viewers. I can't do that. Just to get clicks and views, I can't do that. These YouTubers do that all the time. They love doing it. That's why I exposed the Freezy dude, because he was putting out fake content. You know? I can't do that. You guys got to learn. Again, it's up to the viewer, man. If the viewer is not supporting real content from real content creators that's putting in the work, you're the one sabotaging the growth and the reach of the platform, bro. You're the ones to blame, bro, because you're not supporting the truth. When the truth goes out, you got to share the truth. You got to acknowledge the truth. Other content creators are supposed to acknowledge the truth. I always shout people out. I always acknowledge people. I always do that, bro. These dudes do not acknowledge truth, bro. They don't know how to salute nobody. Yo, but when I tell you, bro, that stuff is sickening, bro. That is the most. And the reason why it's sick is because you never know how the tables are going to turn in the future. Tables can turn, man, where 1 minute you doing good, everything is nice, and the next minute there's somebody else on YouTube, next minute they blow up, bro. Now they up here. Now all of a sudden everybody want to salute them. Now all of a sudden everybody want to rock with them. Now Now people want to do business with them now. No, that's not how it works, bro. People got to learn how to do that when, uh, you know, on the regular. You know what I mean? Like I shout out everybody, I salute everybody, I watch everybody, I do all of that type of stuff, man. I ain't no damn hater, man. Nobody could tell me that I'm a hater. You may not agree with me, you may not agree with my tone, you may not agree with the things I talk about, but I speak the truth. You know what I mean? I definitely speak the truth. But I don't like what I'm seeing with this situation, man. And I don't like the fact that the viewers support the grifters. Once I realize that the viewers support the grifters, it makes no sense in talking the truth about these situations no more, because it's not being supported. The grifters are being supported. You, the viewer, even you folks that view my platform, some of y'all hypocrites too, because y'all be on the grifters platforms. I be watching the clouds. I see you. Some of y'all be on the grifters pages, watching the grift. Sick, man. So it's up to the viewer. The viewers are hypocrites. The viewers are supporting the people that lie because you enjoy the entertainment. It's sad, man. It is really sad. And this is why I can't wait to pivot over into these other types of content that I'm going to get into in terms of film, the show that I'm going to do with my wife, and other different things, so I can build a whole new audience, get a whole new crowd in, reach new people that actually enjoy the content, people that want to see the talent, people that really respect the time that I put into the work that I do. You know, a lot of you folks do not support the work, guys. You really don't. You don't support the work. You don't care. You don't view. You don't click the like button. You don't do anything. You just come by, play games, and you watch the grifters. And then the truth gets suppressed. And then I just be like, you know what? I'm wasting my time. Literally, I'm wasting my time. Yeah, so these are my final thoughts before I end the stream and, get into something different. You know what I mean? Stop all this nonsense. I'm tired of having these names in my titles and all this other stuff. It's just a waste of time at this point. You know what I mean? Everybody else being promoted, they don't promote you. It's like it don't make no sense. Like, you promoting everybody else, you ain't getting no promotion. Like that doesn't make sense, bro. And that's a part of the grift. It's like, it's one thing if you're talking about these situations and people are acknowledging you. People are acknowledging what is going on, and that way people recognize you for what the fuck you do. You know what I'm saying? But now, if it's like a one-sided thing, nah, I'm not with that, bro. I can't rock with that, man. You gotta learn how to reciprocate energy, and this is why I always talk about energy, is because people don't know how to reciprocate that support. They don't know how to. It is so difficult to find people that reciprocate energy, man. They just don't know how to do that, bro. They really don't. They don't know how to do this, man. But hey, man, y'all could continue on wasting your time with this back and forth nonsense. I think at this point it is dead. Anything else that you're hearing in regards to this Anton, Corey, this, that, all this other mess, I don't want to hear nothing, bro. I don't want to hear nothing. As far as I'm concerned, this whole thing is staged. I don't believe nobody no more. I'm done with this mess. I thought this stuff was real. I thought that I was speaking on behalf of kids that are really being affected. And I realized that, I'm just wasting my time. You know what I mean? And I don't like that, bro, because I'm passionate about what I believe. And I was really concerned, like sincerely concerned about these situations. But certain things are not adding up. That's why certain videos I haven't even reacted to, because I don't feel the sense of urgency on what's going on. And the viewers are evil. Most of the viewers just want to hate. It's like the more I speak the truth, the more I get hated. And I'm like, yo, nobody's supporting what I do. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's supporting what everybody else's do, but nobody's supporting what I do. So I'm like, yo, fuck that, bro. I'm not going to sit here just being a punching bag. And I'm literally standing for the truth, and nobody's standing with me. That's crazy, bro. You got to learn how to show some damn support. Some of y'all don't know what that mean, bro. Some of y'all do not know what it means to support truth, to back somebody up. You know, when you got everybody coming against them, like the live stream that I did, it had 1,000 trolls in there, bro. And I'm like, damn, these people are hateful. They are hateful. It's like, it's people are not focusing on Anton's daughter. They're focusing on how much they hate him. And I'm like, yo, I don't got time for this, bro. I ain't gonna sit online being a punching bag all day. I don't got that kind of time. You know what I'm saying? I don't got that kind of time, bro. It's like when you speaking the truth about this stuff, you're getting the hate they get. I'm getting the hate he get. And I don't even know this dude. And I'm getting the hate. I'm getting hated. The fuck I'm getting hated for? Because I'm standing on the truth. I'm standing for the truth, so I'm getting hate too. I'm seeing people like, yo, man, that's crazy, bro. I can't believe you made this video, man. Yo, I'm unsubscribing, bro. This is crazy. And I'm like, bro. So I'm getting attacked for speaking the truth. It's crazy. But anyway, man, I'm going to get up on out of here, y'all. That's about it. So I'm done with this thing, guys. It is what it is. I don't want to hear about none of this mess. I don't want to hear no more about this debate or all of this stuff. I don't want to hear about this mess no more. Like I said, I tried to reach the people. I tried to put out the truth. I tried. I exposed the shit out of Freezy. People still ain't listening, bro. People still not listening, bro. This stuff is irritating, man. Absolutely irritating. And then now you see O'Shea, he's over there with Freezy, bro. I'm watching this thing play out right in my face, and I'm like, I'm done. I don't got time for this, bro. I don't got time. I really don't got time. And I think he played the same fake video that Freezy put out. The same fake video, bro. He played the same fake video. And I'm like, dog, y'all know this shit is fake. And y'all supporting this clown that's out here putting out fake material? When you see stuff like that, bro, you just realize you wasting your time, man. You wasting your time. I don't got this kind of time, man. People got to recognize who's who and who's real and who's fake, bro. When people supporting fake people, I can't rock with that, bro. I can't rock with that. I can't rock with people that are butthurt because somebody they used to rock with don't rock with them no more. And they busy trying to find old dirt. And when I expose it, you know what I'm saying? People acting like they don't see the work, bro. Nah, man, you got to recognize real, bro. You got to recognize real. Gotta recognize real, man. That dude Freezy is a fraud, bro. A straight fraud, a sucker dude, bro. Nobody should do business with that cat, bro. Because he feeling himself right now, and he don't understand that it's just for this moment. That shit dying down, bro. It's going to die right back down because, again, you got to keep talking about the same thing forever. And it get to the point where your audience is going to be trained to just hear you talk about one person. And the minute you stop is when they leave. They're going to go find somebody else who's talking about that person. You know? You said, I think they're all frauds. Hey, like I said, man, I've been in this game since 2006. I've been on YouTube since 2006. I've seen everybody come and go. You know what I mean? I know everybody that's a content creator. I was here when Mr. Beast first started his YouTube channel. I know who's who. I remember when that dude was a kid on YouTube making dumb videos. Now he's a billionaire. Ain't that something? Little white kid on YouTube. Now he's a billionaire. There's so much opportunity on social media. So much. This is so small. The social media game is so small. But like I said, man, if I was able to sit down with all of these content creators on YouTube and spin my plan next to them, bro, it'd be a game changer. Everybody will eat. And I'm talking about eat forever. And it'll control, yo. When I tell you, man, people don't understand the power of content creation and what it really means. I do. Because I'm a film guy. You know, I'm into videography. I understand visuals. I understand how emotions work, how to get the viewer to look. You know what I mean? But the nonsense that's going on YouTube with content creators and everything, everybody's a content creator. Everybody's full of shit. Nobody's really doing real content. Real content is when you produce something from scratch, something that you produced. Not necessarily a reaction video, even though all of that is content. I'm talking about real content. Real content. But you got to have talent. And talent is hard to find. A lot of people don't have the talent or the gift to do certain things. That's why you need a team of people that actually understand how to move. You know, even some of you viewers may have talent that could be very instrumental into this work. I already talked about this thing, man. Like, I have a plan, bro. I have a plan, like a whole vision, bro. I see the whole thing playing out. But it needs the people. It really needs the people. I can't push it without the people. But these motherfuckers on YouTube, man, they don't know how to stick together. They don't understand business. Everybody want to be the head ninja in charge. I mean, I can't deal with that type of stuff, bro. People got to learn how to come to the round table and actually negotiate and build and do this and do that and talk about something real. There is so much opportunity. But it can never be fulfilled because there's too much drama. Too much drama. And everybody thinks it's going to last. It's not going to last, bro. It's not something that's going to last forever. In order for something to last, you got to produce something that's your own, something that you own, that you can produce and compete with other production companies and networks and other things, because the resources are there. You know what I'm saying? Everything is there. You just need the team to put together. Like, if I had the team and the people to do what needs to be done, it'll be done. But I'm going to get into something with my family. I'm going to put something together with my family and see how it goes and do that, you know. But that mega $1 million plan that I actually have, that cannot be put together without people. You know what I'm saying? And it would have been so dope. It would have been so dope, bro. It would have took over social media. That's how big the plan is. It would take over social media. Like, nobody will be watching anything on YouTube but what I'm willing to produce. Nothing else would be important. Y'all remember when Kevin Samuels was here? When Kevin Samuels went live, if you were live when Kevin Samuels was live, nobody watched you. Everybody knew not to come on live at 10 p.m. Because if you did, nobody was watching you. That's when you had Kevin beefing. Well, it wasn't him beefing, but it was an issue that Fresh and Fit had with Kevin for the time slot of 10 p.m. And I think they did their live stream at 11 p.m. because at first they were coming on when Kevin was coming on, and it was sort of like a clash. And I guess they made an agreement to come on at 11. And then I think they would it was some sort of issue, and they was like, F that. We coming on when we come on. Who cares? Blah, blah, blah. It was one big mess. Again, people don't know how to work together, bro. And they messing up the money. They don't understand the business. And it's just stupid, bro. Very, very stupid, man. But hey, I'm going to get up on out of here, man. Don't send me nothing else in regards to this nonsense that's going on with these guys. I don't want to hear nothing about this no more. I wasted enough energy on this stuff, guys. I'm tired. I wasted enough energy, bro. Especially energy exposing that fraud Freezy. You know what I mean? I already done exposed him. He's done. You know? Y'all still rocking with these cats? Y'all go ahead and continue rock with them. You're just stupid just like him. But I'm done. As you notice, I didn't have to make 20 videos. I didn't have to make 30 videos. I did a few. I'm done. That's it. Wash my hands. Head on out. Ain't going to be a series. Ain't going to be me talking for a whole year about the same guy. Nope. I already did what I had to do. And it is what it is. I'm out. You know? But I'm going to get back to my regular content. Focus on other matters, other important news, other things that's going on in the world. I'm done with this issue. I am done. All right? So y'all take care. Peace and blessings to the mods in the chat. Subscribe to the channel. If you're new, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. You know, just do what you got to do. I just wanted to come on to talk about these issues. Again, it's up to you viewers to recognize real, because a lot of people don't acknowledge what's real. That's why I roll solo, because people don't know how to acknowledge, bro. Something as simple as acknowledging the real goes a long way. Man, oh man, bro. I could write a whole book on just that alone. So I'm out, y'all. Y'all take care.